Now, it's time for Spotlight on Business, where every week we put the spotlight on a different local business so you can find out how they serve you and the community. Now from Michiana's Morning News, it's Laura Smith.
Welcome to this edition of Coffee Talk with none other than Master Roaster Regina Troyer. Welcome to October.
Hey, how are you, friend?
I'm great. Thank you so much. Just got back from a wonderful 10 days in Portugal.
Sounds amazing.
Yes, and I have to say, everything was perfect except I missed your coffee.
Aw.
Refinery Coffee Company needs to go worldwide.
I would love that.
I think you should.
Yeah. So what was the coffee like in Portugal?
Well, it is very much espresso oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's that type of bean. Now, where they get their bean, I would imagine that some of it's Italian, but I would also venture to say I know that I personally went to a Brazilian coffee shop that is historic. It's been in, this one town for over 100 years, like 125 years. And so I sat down and I had the typical Brazilian, they call it cafezinho, which means little coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just a little tiny demi-tasse, and you drink it with lots of sugar, but nothing else. And it was delectable. So that was great. So I have a feeling they probably get their beans from Italy. Or
they have it roasted in Italy. It's probably a really dark roast.
It's very, very dark. Yes.
Which is dark. Like it is in Spain. Because when I was in Spain.
Most of Europe drinks their coffee like that.
Yeah. Lots of sugar.
Except for England, which drinks tea. But
I just learned a new phrase today, too, that espresso, I never knew this, actually means pressed in Italian. And I never knew that.
I did not either. Because we think of it as like espresso, but it's not. It's espresso
if
with an S.
If you come into our shop and you say espresso, we might slap you. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my goodness!
I'm kidding.
No,
we
that would
always
never
like
happen.
to try to gently remind people there is no X in espresso. Please pronounce it correctly so we can help train you. No, I'm kidding.
So it means pressed. I did not know that.
It does. Yeah, it's kind of a fun little fact. So,
well, all I can tell you is, the second you walked in the door, I could smell the beautiful, that smell isn't even, the aroma of the coffee that you brought in is already wafting through the studio right now.
We love our fall flavors. And I know it's, it is October, so everything's pumpkin. But this year we brought back Vermont maple. And we had that last year too. But this year we kind of tweaked it. We added a little bit different cinnamon to this. It is so, so good. I cannot tell you. Like it's what I'm drinking every day right now. And we created it also in decaf. So it's like a really warm maple, but then it has a natural cinnamon note in it and a hint of caramel, but it's so good. Yeah.
I cannot wait.
I think you'll enjoy that. I brought you one of those to brew. And then we're also doing pumpkin spice, which we always do in October. It's your typical pumpkin with the cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg. And then we're also doing campfire s'mores, which is... We had that last fall as well and brought it back. It's milk chocolate. It's actually a chocolate whoopie pie that we mixed with s'mores. So very creamy chocolate mixed with our dark chocolate truffle. Then it has graham cracker and marshmallow. It's a really great dessert coffee or to be enjoyed around the campfire.
Okay. Well, you had me at s'mores and campfire. I tell you,
it's just nice for cooler weather too, and it's a great dessert coffee. And then for the single origin, we're doing Nicaraguan.
Okay, and
that's available in a medium and a dark roast. And I brought you the dark because I know you like the darker roast.
I do like it darker. I feel that is. It's just a preferred way of having coffee, but everybody's taste buds are different, and that's the wonderful thing about Refinery Coffee Company. When I introduced you as a master roaster, which I am correct in that. That's not something I'm making up in hyperbole to make you sound amazing, but it is absolutely true. You are a master roaster. It sounds
kind of scary, that title, and all it means is that I'm the head roaster at my company. So, but
you are a master at it. I'm going to add that because you are in your 20th year, are you not?
20th year. In May, it was 20 years. It's crazy how time flies. Over the past, couple of weeks, I've been reminiscing a little bit about having a business and what I've gone through in the last 20 years. And I think something I'd love to just expound on a little bit is we're kind of in difficult times right now with certain businesses, and especially cafes and coffee shops and coffee roasters. Coffee prices are at an all-time high. I think the economy has, it's coming back, but we're still a lot of inflation. And I think sometimes as a business owner, you just need to step back and say, what am I really doing this for? And I love our product. It comes back to that. And I love the people that I get to see and do business with. I love rubbing shoulders with our customers that come in every week and just helping them perfect their morning brew. Basically, it puts it in a nutshell. And my shop is about crafting coffee that you can enjoy at home. We're not your typical cafe. And as we expand, we are a specialty coffee store. And that's what I keep telling people. We're not just a cafe that you're going to come in and get a latte and you're going to sit and have a cinnamon roll. We're not that space. We are about community, but coffee and helping you create it at home.
I see. And so this is the month that I was anticipating was going to be the big reveal of your new space.
Well, it probably will be revealed in a couple weeks before November 1st. And I was hopeful I could give you a date today, but I can't yet. But it's coming very soon.
Uh-huh.
And I have a new bar that just got put in, and it is tiled in pennies. It looks like pennies. It's amazing.
What?
And it's our coffee lab. We're officially naming it our coffee lab bar. But it's going to be where we do the cuppings and the sensory lab and all of that. But
because you love to teach about coffee.
I do enjoy that. And it's amazing how many people come in every week that need a little expertise. And I'm all about trying to get people away from those K-cups. Can I say that?
You
those
can
plastic cups. And I want to say, go back to basics. Brew yourself a pot of coffee. It really is not that hard. And it will make your morning so much better. And not only that, you save money by buying it in bulk and brewing it yourself.
Yes, you do.
You really do. And it's so much better.
And you save the environment.
Yeah,
those
exactly.
plastic K-cups, yeah.
And I know it's about convenience, but we can teach you how to make a single cup using an AeroPress. And it's going to be 10 times better flavor-wise.
And what's an AeroPress?
So the AeroPress is what we call full immersion brewing. And it's a little siphon that you put on top of a mug and you measure in your 2 tablespoons or however much coffee you want. And it sits on top of your mug. Then you pour in your hot water, you stir it, and then it has this special press that goes on the top and it dispenses right into your cup in your mug.
A little bit like a French press.
It is, but it's a different concept because you're grinding it on a medium grind instead of coarse. 30-second steep time versus 4 minutes for a French press.
I see.
It's a little faster.
Yeah.
And it also, we have them in a nice little travel bag. So if you're going to Portugal, you can take it with you and you would just need to add hot water. So
that's terrific.
It's a nice option.
And the other thing about, you don't just sell your amazing coffee, but you sell all the wonderful accoutrement to go with it. Everything from the mugs to the espresso machines, correct?
Yes. And I would also like to say that we do sell probably more commercial machines right now to other businesses and offices, cafes and churches. But we are getting small little espresso machines in. And that is something I want to do in-house too, is just teach people, like, how do you make a good shot of espresso at home? How do you steam your milk? Because it is a little bit of an art and a little bit of a practice, but anyone can learn. Mm-hmm. I've taught many different people. And so that's something I'm looking forward to doing at our shop.
Do you think you will be teaching classes to people?
Yes. We're doing several different ones. Probably to begin with, 3 different ones. I want to do what I call a Coffee 101 class that would just go over some basics for brewing at home in a drip coffee maker or an AeroPress or a French press. And then I also would like to do one on cold brew. We have a lot of people that really love cold brew coffee, and we sell the little 1 pound brewing accessories that you can make at home for your own cold brew that you store in your fridge. And then also just showing you the simple way of putting it together and then having you taste the cold brew diluted with either water or cream. Even you can make cold brew as a hot coffee, which is really interesting.
Okay.
You just add it. And then also just espresso basics. And then the other option I do want to do is the sensory lab, where you're learning what you're smelling, because 70% of our taste is our smell.
Uh-huh.
So people need to kind of be aware of that. It's like your palate. Like, what is on your palate, what are you tasting? How do you describe what you're tasting? So it's just kind of some fun little things that we're doing, kind of like you would go in for a wine tasting, and you could maybe bring like 4 or 5 of your friends, and we would sit down and actually do a cupping also, and do it with the sensory lab. So
learn how to discern the different beans and the different
because every bean from a different origin is going to taste different depending on the country it comes from and the environment it's grown in.
Wow. And I know that right now, as you mentioned, for some small businesses, they are dealing with the tariff situation.
Yes.
And is that affecting the coffee?
Yes.
Import
hugely.
Business?
I would say Brazil has the highest tariff right now out of any coffee bean that I'm buying. And we use a Brazilian bean for our flavored coffee. So it has greatly affected us. And, we're trying very hard to keep our prices fair. We haven't changed our bag size, all of that. But it definitely... It's been a little bit of an adjustment. I feel like we're roasting more coffee than we've ever roasted, but the profit margin has gotten pretty skinny.
Okay. Well, and hopefully it won't last forever.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's just a phase and a recalibration. But still, you know what? When it comes down to it, people are not going to bulk, because if there's one thing people need when they wake up in the morning, no one wants to skimp on coffee flavor. No one wants to get a cheaper one, from a shelf where it may have been sitting for already a year already.
Exactly.
It's not worth it to people. If they have to pay $1 more, for some, believe me, it's worth it for most people.
I believe so. And we have a lot of really loyal customers, and I'm so grateful. Very grateful.
Well, I'm one of them. That's for darn sure. And my guest today is Regina Troyer, as always. Well, it's actually her show. It's called Coffee Talk. And once a month you get to hear it. But if you miss it at any point, you know that we have a podcast page and you can hear all of her back episodes, all of her episodes. She never is lacking in finding new ways to discuss coffee, which is probably one of the greatest pleasures that mankind has. And more on that when we come back. This is Coffee Talk. I'm Laura Smith.
Podcasts by Federated Media.